Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. I'm Brett Chapin. We're talking with guest author Anna Leffler. If you have any questions for Anna, make sure you give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. That's 1-800-336-2225. You can check out her website at annaleffler.com, or you can check out her blog at lifejustkeepsgettingweirder at blogspot.com.
World's longest blog address.
Yeah.
Excellent planning on my part.
Well, you said you were going to switch to WordPress eventually, but
someday. I'm scared.
We've been having a lot of fun actually since you got here. You've got some good stories.
Oh, thank you.
Did you you want to tell everybody about that story about your first official piece of hate mail?
My hate mail.
Yeah,
I was so
after
excited.
you wrote the book.
I know. It was unexpected and bracing.
Uh-oh.
No, I did a TV show at USC. They have a really very slick inter-university TV show that they do, and it was a lot of fun. And I gave books to the crew, and one of the women on the crew took the book back to her dorm room, and her roommate started reading it, and she found my website and sent a letter and said, "I am so offended at your book. I couldn't even get through the introduction. You claim that men and women are so different, and that's the root of most of the problems in the world, is trying to make this differentiation. We're trying very hard to show that men and women are not different, and you've set feminism back 10 years. And I was a little taken aback. I mean, that's as bad as, I mean, she didn't call me names or anything, at least not in the email. But it was very interesting because I think I had to kind of chalk it up to, I remember being in college and being very offended at the notion of anything being uneven. I wanted everything to be even. Everybody has the same start in life. Everybody has the same blank slate when they're born. You know, it's what you do, what you make of yourself. But I don't think this contradicts that. I think men and women are very different, and I don't think that it's better or worse or up or down or forward or backwards. I think there are a lot of differences, and you run up against that the older you get and the more relationships you have. And I sent her a really nice note back because I thought it was interesting that she had such a big reaction to it. I don't know, that was the first one. That was kind of the only one so far. And that's okay. I mean,
sure.
It was very interesting to me. She was vehement. She was really ticked off.
It's interesting because I think people confuse that, different with better,
right,
or equal.
Right.
And it's not that way. Men and women are different. They are equal, and
but
not one is better
flavors.
Than the other, but very different.
Very different flavors. And the Chicago Tribune ended up writing an article about the book, which I was thrilled about. And this reporter really put her finger on it. She said, the book is very tongue-in-cheek, and I'm not really defining anything for anybody who doesn't already know it already. It's more a humorous way of, I mean, you have to laugh about all this stuff. Mm-hmm. You have to laugh about bikini waxing. You just do. It's brutal. And I mean, these things that we all go through to meet whatever standard we've set for ourselves. Not everybody has to do it, but it's like, mm-hmm, if you're getting a bikini wax, you've made the decision. You're in the boat. Yeah. You're going, And if you can laugh about it, if you can laugh about it, that helps.
Absolutely.
Trust me, it helps.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think you have to give yourself that in that situation.
Whiskey also helps, but
I bet.
Laughing, that helps too.
When you get a bikini wax, Paul, does whiskey help?
I don't know. I've never had a bikini wax. I don't know if I want to, frankly.
I know. It sounds painful.
Come on. You can let your hair down with us. Come on.
No pun intended, I hope.
Yeah. So, but it's funny because when we announced that you were coming on the show, we got because we get a lot of actors and musicians and producers, directors on the show, and you're not the first author you've mm-hmm. had, but you're one of the few. And people said, well, you're having an author on, and she wrote a book called The Chictionary. That's not really, that's a little different than your show. No, different. Not better, equal, different.
There you go. I like that.
But it's I think that and I even asked you, I said, do a lot of guys read this book? And,
Oh, yeah.
you know, because I've been getting some flack from my guy friends, but honestly.
Oh, I can understand that.
You said that it's a good idea for guys to read this
I
book.
think
Why?
men should definitely read this book. It's the same reason. It's the same reason, you know, if you're going to be playing the Cowboys, if you can get your hands on their playbook, you're going to take a peek at it.
Sure.
And that's kind of what this is. This is very female insider baseball. It's very tongue-in-cheek, but it's also true. It's true.
Absolutely.
And, you know, my husband has flipped through the entries and read some things and gone, oh, is that why you're like that about that? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. And he's like, oh, guys, you need to know this. Guys should know this. I think it's very, it's scary, I think, for guys to read. But the more information you know about what the other side is doing, I think the better prepared you are. I really think that's true.
The closer that we can get to understanding what the other side is thinking.
Kind of, yeah. I think men and women have a really different reaction to the book. Women read it and go, oh, yeah. Okay, that's exactly what that's like. Mm-hmm. That is what it's like to try on clothes in a dressing room with those particular mirrors. You know, it's things that, or that's what it's like to read one of these articles in a women's magazine that says, what shape is your face? What earrings should you wear if you have a triangular face? What?
Yeah.
And, you know, women want to, that's the other thing that came out of writing this was women, and I love this about them. I have so much more appreciation for my gender having written this book. And I did not see that coming. I already liked being a girl. I already thought girls were great. But if you sit there and catalog all the things that they do and all the ways that they interact, you realize that the overarching theme here is women are always trying to make things better. They're either trying to, for better or worse, they're trying to fix the guy they're with. They're trying to look better. They're trying to have a cooler house. They're trying to lose a you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that. And I think everybody benefits from seeing the evidence of that.
And that kind of brings us into a conversation that I'd like to talk about after the commercials. Sure. I guess is about how that whole, the whole standard that women set for themselves. I think based on what the media puts out there and what they're told. And I guess the same thing applies to men, but a lot of it seems to be focused on women.
I'd say that's true.
So give us a call, guys. Join the discussion at 1-800-336-2225. That's 1-800-336-2225. You'll get a free copy of Anna's book, The Chictionary. And we'll be back on La La Land on CRN Digital Talk.